Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. This is going to be a bit of a harder story to read on, but we're going to go do it anyways. On Monday, the Supreme Court cleared the way for the survivors of a sexual assault at Ohio State by the team doctor perpetrated on the wrestlers on Ohio State's wrestling team. The Supreme Court ruled that they can sue Ohio State for failing to protect them. I guess in 2019, the university reported that 177 students or people were abused by Strauss. Strauss killed himself in 2005, likely to avoid being held accountable. And that Mike DiSabato exposed this abuse. And then in 2020, the captain of the wrestling team, Adam DiSabato, accused Republican Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan of begging him not to corroborate the accounts of the widespread sexual abuse perpetrated by Strauss on those student athletes. This is obviously while Jim Jordan was in Congress. And I remember seeing some exchanges on that. And Jim Jordan is a coward. And he was an assistant wrestling coach at the time. And the young men on that team said he knew about the abuses because they told him. And he did nothing about it. He just allowed the abuses to continue. But tell me again how it's the Democrats that are the party of incest and rape and eating babies and sexual perversion. And how the Republicans are the party of law and order. Tell me how that works again. Okay, that's not fair. Jim Jordan's just a slime ball, but he's our slime ball. He's heading up committees in Congress. So amazing. All right, so I've got the wrong deck. I should go get my Italian deck for this clown. Okay, Jim Jordan, let's find out. How are you doing now that this court case is out there? Actually, let's talk about the court case. Okay, Spirit, what can you tell me about the court case that the Supreme Court just ruled on about the sexual abuse of the student athletes by the doctor? Okay, justice is here. This is, I got everything upside down. Yeah. Okay, so this is justice. This is justice that's a long time coming. And, this needs to happen. This is major arcana. This needs to happen. And it's been a long time in coming. What's going away? Well, the truth is going to be exposed. And as the truth is exposed, people are going to be held accountable. Now, Dr. Strauss cannot be held accountable. He's already dead. Any accounting he's going to have has or is occurring in the afterlife as we speak. But there were people that were put in charge who did not take care of the emotional needs of their wrestlers. This is also for the wrestlers to move away from this trauma and to start to deal with this trauma. And one of the things that will help them deal with that trauma is justice and people being held to account. They still have to do the work, but this will give them some form of vindication. It doesn't cure them. It just gives them some vindication that they were right, what happened to them wasn't right, and people will be held accountable for those crimes. In the past, we've got the Five of Cups, the disappointment, the telling the coach and the coach not doing anything, and the shame of basically being sexually molested by somebody. And that shame is for both men and women, and it might be harder for men. It just might be. Men don't talk about their feelings as easily as women, so women can, work through it. How many of you out there really think some guy that you've been with needs to see a therapist or get some psychological help? That's that kind of thing. They don't do it. So, and they're not believed. And when you go to your coach and he doesn't do anything, and then the courts don't support you. So all sorts of emotional disappointed in themselves that they didn't fight back or didn't say something. Hard emotions. Current situation is now we're going to move this case forward. And we're going to make sure that this doesn't happen again to others, because when people are held accountable, suddenly rules go in place and oversight comes in place. And now there's consequences for the actions. So now they can now proceed with their court case, with their lawsuit against Ohio State University. I fully expect the university to settle on this. The current situation, back this up a little bit, raise this up. Yeah, the current situation is the hanged man. This is now giving them the opportunity to present their court case. This is also the opportunity to bring to light everything that was going on. There's going to be discovery here, and new things are going to be discovered, and people who maybe are in positions of power are now going to be seen in a different light. Lesson to be learned, Ace of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles can be about health. So, this could be about the health of the young men and involving the doctor. But I think that what this is going to be is that the university is going to want this thing to go away, and they're going to pay a lot of money to make this case go away. They might fight it, but you may not want the public relations nightmare that comes with fighting this case, because it's so prevalent. It's not like it's one or two. It's 177 young men. And the doctor killed himself. They're going to be paying. They're going to be paying big money for this. It's a whole lot cheaper to do the right thing earlier. Just saying. Outcome, Page of Cups. I think the outcome of this is that some of these men, these young men, will now have to face the demons. If they haven't faced their demons yet, they're going to have to face them, because they will have gotten justice. Some people will have been held to account for it. There's going to be a payout, so they've got some financial security, but they have to do the emotional work at this point and come to terms with their demons. And demons they are. They've been holding on to this trauma for a long time, and they really need to let go of it. And this court case coming up is going to give them the opportunity to let go and hopefully address the trauma and move on with their lives onto whatever their next life mission is. Okay, so that's the overall vibe that I'm getting with this. Mr. Jordan, you have anything to say for yourself? Doesn't Jim Jordan strike you as the kind of guy that, he'd be all in your grill asking you to explain why you did something, why you didn't man up and own it? Does he strike you that way? Dude's a loudmouth. Not a leader, that's for dang sure. Oh. All right, Mr. Jordan. Looks like some ugliness is coming your way, because your name is going to be associated with this, and not in a positive light. Certainly not in any type of light where it was showing leadership on your part. How is this going to impact you? How is this going to impact Jim Jordan? I'd ask how Jim Jordan's feeling, but I don't care. You know what? I really don't. Again, I don't get too disgusted with people, but he's exceptional as far as that goes. How is this going to affect Jim Jordan? Let's bring it on down. How is this going to affect Jim Jordan? Page of Swords. Here come the young men with their stories. They're coming out. They're going to share what's going on. And they're sharing it to the government. Court cases, hearings. This is going to be court cases, but I don't know if the House can hold ethics hearings on Jim Jordan for this, because it didn't happen while he was in the House. But there could be not only his court cases, but I think this will impact his political futures too, as information comes out. There we go again. There's that Nine of Wands. So there's that feeling of exhaustion and battling, but that's in the past. They now you have these young men and they're invigorated. They've got the law on their side. They've got truth and justice on their side, and they're coming after the university and the courts, and the people associated with that university should be held to account. Current situation will be the Knight of Cups. I think this is going to be the university reaching out to these young men. Again, I saw a big payout, so I think they're going to try and come out with an offer. Probably, we don't need to discuss this. This doesn't need to be in the courts. We can just settle this quietly. The fact that you let this thing go for 20, 30 years without doing anything about it, that's why you're going to be paying so much. I hope they don't take their first 10 offers. But somebody's going to try and make nice here. And I'm assuming it's the university. I don't think it's going to be the students. The overarching energy is the Eight of Swords. I know who that is. This is the university. They're stuck. They know they're stuck. They don't have any way out, which is why they're going to try and reach out and buy their way out of this. But Jim Jordan, there are other people that are stuck with this too. Jim Jordan is definitely stuck. His name is all over this, and the stank is on him. He can't get rid of it. They're stuck with that. Now, owning it, going forward and owning it is the first step to getting unstuck. But some people don't like owning anything. They're not leaders. They don't hold themselves accountable. Secrets are about to be revealed. There's going to be more stuff that comes out of this. This could be about the university. This could be about other people that were involved in this. There could be a bigger cover-up that's revealed, or the true extent of this cover-up will be revealed. But if this goes to court, and it will, you have discovery. And during discovery, things are going to be revealed. And if this university doesn't want that stuff revealed, they're going to be coming out with the monies. This is a nightmare case, and it's not a nightmare for the young men. The young men have lived their nightmare, and they will have to deal with the nightmare of what happened to them. But this is going to be a nightmare for the people of low ethics and of low integrity that did not do the right thing at the right time. And they are going to regret. They are going to regret the hell out of their life choices because of this. They got away with it for a long time. That time is over. Okay, so that's my reading on Jim Jordan and the wrestler's case against Ohio State University. I'm glad I'm not a member of Ohio State University, and I'm glad I'm not a former coach on that team. And my empathy and my condolences and my heart goes out to any and all of the young men that were abused or threatened to be abused on that team, or threatened to be quiet to not reveal what they knew to be true. I hope they have their day in court, and I hope it helps them start down the path of dealing with the trauma that they suffered. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for supporting my channel. I really do appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care.